I think most people on this call or know that Care Plus historically has spearheaded many different initiatives to raise awareness around suicide and suicide prevention over the years. I know that, Abby probably could speak to how many trainings she does in schools. I know that we provide support to many school districts, even outside of Bergen County, and have provided the professional development hours specifically about suicide awareness each year that Abby mentioned. So that's like one small piece of it, but touching a lot of people, I think, in that process. We continue to increase the number of trainings provided to schools on all different types of mental health topics, because we know that early intervention leads to better outcomes and successful linkages to treatment if people are aware of the appropriate resources. Close to my heart, if I think back to 2015 in the fall, 262 Help began discussions related to suicide prevention initiative with the Port Authority Police of New York and New Jersey. As you know, the Port Authority Police is responsible for patrolling and responding to emergencies on the George Washington Bridge, as Officer O'Neill has been sharing with us. And at that time, the statistic was every 3.5 days, someone who believed that death was their only option would go to the George Washington Bridge for just that reason. And with no safety barriers at that time, sadly, there were 18 deaths by suicide in that year. In 2016, though, we were able to, in our partnership with the Port Authority Police, we were able to work to develop 40 safe messaging signs that were then installed along both sides of the bridge. Words of encouragement and messages of hope, along with the number for 262 Help, which is the Bergen County Crisis Program, can be found on each sign. Anytime I go across the bridge, whoever I'm with, I generally point out, you see those signs? That's the number to call. That's our program. So it is something that I take a lot of pride in. Even at that time, it was very exciting, seeing the signs, kind of being hung at that time. And since then, other safety initiatives, I think that kind of was the beginning of some other initiatives that were in the works. And in 2017, I know that they installed an 11-foot high fence, I believe, with some netting also, to provide further protection and reducing risk for people that were on the bridge. So I think together with the increased foot patrols, I think you guys have some very fancy motion detector cameras, maybe even some night vision. I know that was being discussed at the time. All those tools to enhance, the efforts. And with our relationship with Port Authority Police, we're so happy. I think we do make a difference with all of those things.